Okay, this is the lie that's being told. If you look at this carefully, we're talking about Levi Yochanan's will. So here's a text message. It says, if you look really closely, it's going to say Miriam Ferris. Right, that's her phone number that she's texting from, and it's a publicly published cell phone number. It's not invading anybody's privacy like Mr. Rogers is lying. To the contrary, that it's some private number. It's not even printed here. But she says, Levi, that's the man who died of cancer, will states clearly that half of the house goes to his two non-Jewish daughters who never saw him once in 6 years of cancer. But wait a second. Let's look at this settlement agreement signed by, down at the below, it's initialed by William John Rogers. Well, he's the one that wrote both of this man's trusts, right? This story is about how they sold the cancer patient's half of a $2 million house, sold it right out of the trust for $82,000. And it happens to be 2 blocks from the Chabad house that they just bought for $2 million on University Avenue. But they never paid the cancer patient's 3 elderly Jewish siblings a penny. They sold the property. They were supposed to give them a lien on the property with interest until they were paid in full. Now it's about $150,000 to split 3 ways. But they sold the property for $82,000. But here's Miriam saying Levi's will states clearly that half of the house goes to his 2 non-Jewish Filipino daughters who never saw him once in 6 years. They confessed in court. But what she's saying is incorrect, because here is a settlement agreement that the trust mentions that them getting 25% each of his half is dependent on a certain settlement agreement. Now, William John Rogers, out of Petaluma, license number 154219, he wrote the settlement agreement and both trusts. So let's see what it says here. The truth, it says Ziprin, that's the man who died, warrants to Salgado, the other owner of the house, the mother of his children, that he will have prepared, okay, let's go on, that he will have prepared, okay, let me start at, Jesus Christ, now we don't have any time. Ziprin warrants to Salgado that he will have prepared and executed a will or trust which leaves, get this, a majority of his 50% ownership in the property to his 2 daughters. Do you get that? But Miriam over here, she wants to say the will clearly states that half the house goes to his own 2 daughters. That's convenient for her to say that because she wants to sell the house.